Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. Welcome to your twin flame soulmate, maybe karmic relationship. Even karmic relationships have got a lot to teach us, but they are very, very important relationships. Thank you for joining us here. Today we are doing the yes please. Yes please, you can comment beneath the video so that I can get back to you with a personal love message from our two decks here. Okay, I hope that you're all doing well. I want to thank you all for your support, your love, your likes, your shares, your comments, and your donations. It always helps the channel in whichever way our energy is in a reciprocal way. So a give and take. It does mean a lot for the channel, and it gives me strength and the ability to continue to bring you these readings. Now, yes, I have been a little bit quiet here on Divine Debut 11 as I'm preparing the very busy season always of December and January where this channel is concerned. It's been the same for the past since 2016, since we opened up. So it's a crazy time of year, as you all know. So I wanted to get a little bit ahead. Some of you may not know that we do have a Divine Debut 12, which is much quicker, random answering your questions. We always look forward to questions that you may want answered. Please comment there, and you can get the link to Divine Debut 12 beneath this video. All right, let's look at this very important relationship on this new moon in Sagittarius. Happy birthday, Sagittarius, if you are celebrating your birthday now around this new moon. Congratulations, you'll be carrying a new moon seed for the whole birthday year ahead. So I hope everything is great for all of you. Getting a little bit lighter, a little bit less stressful, and we've been through some really dark times. Venus now is transiting through Scorpio, so love connections, deep love connections, and a sense of metamorphosis is on the cards, or in the stars, we can say. Now, what's going on in this relationship? We're taking today the Psychic Tarot of the Heart Oracle, right? We are taking the Golden Nouveau. I can't even pronounce the name. Nouveau, I would pronounce it. Tarot, beautiful tarot deck. It's got so much gold in it. I've been drawn to a lot of gold, the gold color. I've got my moon in Leo, so I don't know if that's the same for you. Gold, of course, is something very precious and very dear these days, as its price is climbing greatly. Precious metals, yeah, that's something to invest in, my dear friends. And we're using a Mirror's Love Oracle. Just to get a little bit more feel of what's going on, which phase this relationship is in, or who's showing up. Mercury has begun his retrograde as of now through the sign of Capricorn, and we'll be taking the Tower of Sexual Magic. Why? Because it is Venus in Scorpio. She is very sexual. She can be very secretive. So secretive love connections or secret emotions with a fear of opening up emotionally, that's another issue. We may, with this reading, get a little bit more of a feel of what's going on with your person or this relationship. Nevertheless, we're doing a Celtic cross today, okay? And of course the Mystic Moon Oracles to look at our psyche, the psyche of your person, the psyche of you, your subconscious, and this little love oracle, the Greek love oracle, and at the end your love messages just for you. Keep the comments coming. Keep the yes please coming, and I will get back to you ASAP. Sagittarius season, ruling planet Jupiter transiting through Taurus at the early degrees, retrograding. If you're an early degree earth sign, big blessings, huge blessings. And water sign early degrees. I want to say, even though for Pisces it's a little bit tougher, wow, detach. For Pisces it's a bit harder because Saturn is transiting there at the early degrees, and for the mutable signs, of course, as Saturn is breathing down our necks. I'm a Virgo, so I've got Saturn in my house of others, 7th house. Anyway, Jupiter is going to turn direct at the last day of the year. Mercury will turn direct early, 1st, 2nd of January. So we're still dealing with past situations, returning, phases, people, situations from the past, surely. Libra is here. And Libra where the South Node is, so maybe dealing with past relationships. So as we're still going through retrogrades, and Uranus will not turn direct until around the 20th of January, and Pluto will make a big move there into Aquarius. So after the 20th, roughly, of January, all planets will be direct. But as Jupiter turns direct through Taurus, which is a Venus-ruled sign, expect blessings. I feel that the blessings are already starting to show up. Now, there's some sort of a detaching. What is this detaching? Detoxing, I'm going to say. Detoxing from something toxic of the past, or because Venus is in a sign of toxicity, poison, but also the ability to heal. Could be a past situation that's coming back to detach from. For others of you, to detox from the poison, whether it was a breakup or a very unhealthy attachment. The twin flame soulmate reading stories are never easy ones, as most of you know, because they are usually relationships that are more on a higher vibrational level. So many times, higher is the mind, right? So it's more cerebral relationships, and whatever the mind thinks, obviously the heart tends to follow. Usually, nevertheless. So it could be a relationship where there's a lot of mind, a lot of thought, a lot of connection through those higher realms. So a lot of telepathy I wanted to get at. And we've got an 11 here, again, justice, which is an open portal, 11. Today is the actual 13th of December, if you're wondering. But if you receive this message later, then it could be important for you. Let's see what else is going on. It looks like someone is detaching and flying towards their freedom. A freedom of fear, a freedom of a past toxic relationship, because Libra is relationships. It's equal giving and receiving. Libra is being on the same page as your person. Libra can also speak to possible separation and divorce. So we've got balance. Here is the twin flame card for me in this oracle deck. The Sagittarius, right? Temperance. And we've got a detach so that we could find our balance, to find our other half. So yes, this could possibly be a divorce settlement, a separation for some of you from a past toxic relationship, as we're going through a detox. Venus in Scorpio, she's taking off one layer at a time as she's going into the underworld, right? As she's going through a rebirth, and she's going through a purification process. So the detox could be getting rid of, taking off those dead layers that you've been carrying. It's like a purification, like a rebirth, nevertheless. Sagittarius, temperance, could be dealing with a foreigner. This is the Sagittarius season, so it may be very important for twin flames. connecting well, finding balance, but you need to be patient, especially if they're at a physical distance. They could come from different beliefs. Maybe this is saying wait for Jupiter to turn direct. And it could also possibly be speaking to the Gemini season, when we will have because we're on the new moon in Sagittarius. Remember, when a new seed is planted, a new moon, the bigger cycle is in 6 months. So in the Gemini season, when we're going to have that full moon in Sagittarius, that may be a very important time for you. That will be May 23rd, my dear friends. Let's take one more. And we've got embrace. Embrace a moment of success. Embrace an ending to a karmic chapter. This is a card of success, completion. It's the end of a certain chapter, a journey which is completing very successfully. So we've got the 4 fixed signs here. A lot of fixed energies. So Leo, Aquarius, Taurus and Scorpio. We've got Sagittarius and we've got Libra. So we've got fixed energies, we've got mutable energies, and we've got cardinal energies. A lot of energies. Remember, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with all of you. I am still offering the 20% off. I think this will take, we'll keep this until the 21st, 22nd on the winter solstice, as the sun is going to ingress into Capricorn. This special deal where we're offering 20% off all our services. So be quick, there's a week to go. After that, we're just around the corner from Christmas, so gift yourself a reading, and we do offer twin flame soulmate readings on our website. We've got an hour and 15 minutes and an hour and a half, so 75 minutes and 90-minute twin flame soulmate readings. Dear Spirit, what's going on? What is going on? So we've got an 11, a 14 and a 21. So pay attention. The 11th, a couple of days ago. The 14th, tomorrow. Or around about now, because you're going to be viewing this just before the 14th, nevertheless. And then on the 21st, the winter solstice. Pay attention. Embrace an ending to a chapter. Embrace something that you are accomplishing. Dear Spirit, what's going on in this divine union? What's going on in this relationship? Where is this relationship right now? Where is it? What is the potential? We've got a union. This could be someone that's in a marriage or a potential union. We've got a brunette female, could have light colored eyes. Could be someone that dyes their hair dark, but usually, because light colored eyes can also speak to a lighter sort of a hair color, someone who likes to dye their hair darker, it could be. Or it's, dark hair and light colored eyes is quite rare. So I don't know how that works for you. And we've got a young male whizzing in, a young male, reddish, brownish, fairish sort of hair, someone who loves sports cars, someone that's quickly going to take action. We see that he's coming into and towards this brunette female. What's going on with this union? We've got issues of control or blockages pertaining to a union, another marriage. Capricorn comes through for me here. True love. An offer of true love, but there were strings attached here because of another union. We've got obstacles pertaining to this brunette female. And I've got a surprise for you. Here is the surprise. Hello, Agape. Hello, Munchkin. We've got obstacles, so very, very Cronian, very Saturnian energies. Obstacles pertaining to this brunette female. You know, the obstacles can speak to timing for me as well. We see a young male, could be someone that's young at heart, or someone that in your memory is young, but we've also got a dark male. A darker male, someone that's darker they've got a darker complexion for their race, someone who's got a bit of an attitude. I don't see them as the same person, more than likely, because we've got the young male who's quite fair. They've got a fair complexion, light coloured eyes. This total opposites. So we do have, and because these cards are beneath these 3 cards, we've got another connection which could be speaking to a very controlling, narcissistic connection full of blockages, possibly also connected through friends or family. Maybe it was something that started off as a friendship for some of you, your relationship with this dark male. Nevertheless, beneath that we've got another male. This is incredible, absolutely incredible. Okay, so we're looking back at the past. We've got true love, possible friendship as well. This is like giving a promise for me. It's like promising to be together, that we come from the same tribe. There's an affiliation, sort of an energy here, but also a possible friendship with this mature man, very similar to the young male. It could be a father. This could be a father figure to this young male. And I get, because there's such similarities, it's like if you're dealing with someone, your person is someone that's very sporty, someone that has got light-coloured skin, light-coloured eyes. Doesn't have to be, but they've got sort of brownish, reddish, a reddish tinge possibly when they're out in the sun. I see that they're very similar to their father, or following in the footsteps of their father. And I'm wondering if this is not a sibling of theirs that's very different attitude, very different look, different coloured skin. They could come from the same family, yes, possibly. So I'm thinking that if this is the same person, there was a promise, but it needed lots of time. Like, it may have been quite a long journey, because what's blocking true love is time. Possibly also a promise that was not able to be delivered because of the obstacles, because of a brunette female. Agape more. You're such a sweet pea. You want to say hello to everyone? You want to say hello? Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. And so these could also be, this darker male could also be someone that's, and also this brunette female could be connected to these strings, these attachments, whether it's through business, through family, through another marriage, possibly. I don't know why, I get this brunette female. There's a little bit of sneakiness. I really want to look at her just for a moment. I want to see what she's all about. Sneakiness, intelligence. She reminds me of the cat in the Sibyllars. Let's see what she's all about. She's like, can you pay attention to me and leave the cards down? Agape. What's this brunette female all about? We've got consolante sorpresa, a sudden turn of events, feeling lucky, very, very strong Uranian energies here. We've got Imeno, the spiritual connection, a possible offer. We see the ring here and the ring here. Remember, this is very much the Uranus energy for me. And Uranus is going to turn direct in January, which will bring lots of changes, sudden revelations, changes, and a sense of freedom. Let's see, because this is a spiritual connection. There's a strong desire, Ace of Wands, to connect or to see something truthfully. And remember, this is fire. Fire means desire, but fire can also burn. And we've got the Vecchia Signora, a dilemma, Two of Swords, a decision. So it could be that there are lots of decisions pertaining, because the Vecchia Signora is someone very wise that she's an older female, she's a more mature female. Doesn't mean that she has to be old. She's maturer, she's wiser, she's someone who advises. So there could be a dilemma between two divine feminine, one that's more mature, one that's younger, that could be that where there could be lots of changes, sudden turns and changes pertaining to a dilemma. Because the Two of Swords, remember, it's like a blind, needing to make a blind decision, not having all the information, needing to trust that this is a spiritual, divine union and connection. But Uranus can also speak to possible breaking free from a controlling, narcissistic relationship. What is this Vecchia Signora about? And the decision could also be about travel, movement, a visit. Okay, let's take one more. And we've got the Ammalato, low morale, Four of Swords. This is going to take time. There's low morale, and it's as though someone's giving up on something here, because there's been Four of Swords means we've passed that Three of Swords. We don't see the Three of Swords. We've got the 2 and 4 here. So there's been some sort of a third party or a heartbreak or a disappointment or an inability to make a move. And there's a, low vibrational energies or a little bit of depression. It's like I cannot move towards this union, this commitment, because there are strings attached, because there's still some karma. But I feel that there's a possible potential for a release and a success after some time, because the Four of Swords, remember, is someone needs time. They need time to think, to heal. Here it is. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. News comes in when you least expect it. There's a strong sexual bond and connection here. Things going on behind closed doors, which Venus transiting through Scorpio may reveal about someone going through a detaching, a detoxing in their life, looking for balance and looking for their other half. Now, their other half could already be here. And why do I say that? Because we see the true love, the friendship, the promise, and the mature male. Now, this could be a water sign, could be any sign really. I get, with light-colored eyes, air and water come through, more so. We see someone that's got silver hair here, someone that has grown wise through their life, someone who is very, how can I say, they've gone through all their life's experiences. They've aged well, if I could use that term. They've been humbled in their life. So I'm wondering, because we've got 3 divine masculine here, these could also be previous people in your own life. So we've got a sort of a younger male here. Is it a possibility that some of you are dealing with someone that's a little bit younger than what you are? Yes, this could be the potential. So let's put these cards aside and let's do our Celtic cross. I'm going to leave the union there because this is obviously an important reading pertaining to a possible long-term union. Even if it's not in the 3D yet, it is a very important relationship. Will it be able to manifest in the 3D? That's what twin flame and soulmate connections are about. Think of your person, please, friends. Think of your person. Think of your relationship and what is the potential, dear spirit, in the now. Whenever you get to watch this, Agape, thank you, Agape, for throwing all my cards down. She's turning 3. She's still like a little child. She's always looking for something to play with. Always loses her toys. So what this is telling me, a little bit of play in love relationships. Lighten up the energies. There's been too much severity, too much do or die energies recently. Let's see what's going on. Jupiter, remember, in Taurus, and it's Sagittarius season. Mars is in Sagittarius. This new moon, I've done a reading, an analysis on Patreon. If you're interested in how this new moon speaks to all of us collectively, do join us on Patreon. Thank you so much for considering. And I just wanted to tell you all that we are going to be doing 3 months ahead, January, February, March readings, all signs on Patreon. The Elemental, yes, will be here for free on YouTube. So, Spirit, what's going on? I'm going to cut again. Let's see where we are in the now. We've got the 4 of Pentacles. What is the challenge? 10 of Wands. There's some sort of a cycle that needs to end. 4 of Pentacles is in practical matters. Someone's been holding on or waiting for a heavy chapter in their life to end. You know, the 10 of Wands does turn into the Ace. It does speak to passion. So much fire can really burn. There is a strong desire to connect, but in practical matters, in daily life matters, in real life, it hasn't been easy. Possibly also financial issues, hardships with work. 10 of Wands, we see the house in the distance, which can mean to someone, for some of you, that someone is in another union and it's been really heavy. Maybe that's what sort of has been tainting or holding this relationship, the manifestation of this relationship, holding it back. But remember what it's saying here. There's a detachment that's going on. Balancing out means, you know, temperance does speak to hold on to the beliefs. Everything's going on in divine timing. Embrace an ending. Embrace someone that's maybe very different to what you are. They come from a different part of the world. They hold different beliefs. They've been raised differently from you, but they are your other half. Where is this relationship coming from in the past? Ace of Swords. It felt like a victory in the past. But it also involved, yes, it's an opportunity. And maybe this relationship started off through communication only, a very communicative relationship. But there's also a lot of reckoning and challenges because swords do cut. Now, of course, the Ace of Swords could speak to needing to cut through, because we do see the crown here. Cut through the ego. The crown does remind me of leadership. Very strong Leo energy for me. And I'm going to say the fixed signs, all the fixed signs, a little bit. And I'm going to say Capricorn as well, because Capricorn holds strong leadership as well as Aries. You or your person could hold strong energies of those signs that I've just mentioned. But it's the seed, so there's a potential for a success. Remember, it's a victory card. The seed has been planted in the past. But remember that the sword can cut both people. So you've got your needing to clear out anything else that's going on pertaining to truth, being truthful. Remember, we're not reading reversals here. So the Ace of Swords, this relationship needs to stand in truth. Okay? It's the only way that it can stand. And it's a very cerebral relationship, which tells me that in the physical means, physical life, 3D, it's been really hard to connect for whatever reason. Let's look at the crowning card. We've got Temperance again here, so Sagittarius comes through very strongly, even though we're in the new moon in Sagittarius. That may be why Temperance is showing up. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is guiding us here, saying that, yes, the sun is coming through. The sun right now is in Sagittarius, so is the moon. This is a marriage of the yin and the yang. This is a marriage of the masculine and the feminine. But they need to be patient. Obviously, Temperance means, because it's a 14, it comes after the Death card. There's been a metamorphosis, an ending of a cycle, a chapter, or another relationship, because we've got the Detached card here. Remember, Temperance holds those 2 cups, which is 2 people coming together. It's like an alchemical change is coming through. Remember, I'm going to reference back to that gold that I was talking about, which reminds me very much of Leo, that abundance, that kingship, that ego, that power, that self-empowerment, that flirtation, that risk, that fun. Leo is all about gold. Remember, Leo is the sun. The sun in Sagittarius is very strong, and we're having some beautiful aspects over to Chiron in Aries. Aries also is another place where the sun loves to be. So there's an opportunity with this new moon to find a resolution, to heal an open wound pertaining to self-worth, your childhood, the past lifetimes. Let's see the recent past. And also faded events. The sun, this new moon is in really good aspect to North Node in Aries, South Node in Libra. So it's helping us to take that leap of faith. Remember, Aries, the Fool card, yes, the cycle has opened up already. Now, time-wise, it's really hard to pinpoint. Nevertheless, something to do with the Aries energy. The new cycle begins. Remember, we've got the embrace, the ending. Embrace an ending so that you can embrace a possibility for a new chapter, a new journey that begins. Yes, this could be a physical movement, right? Transition, possible in the past, maybe a possible trip, because this is the Fool's journey. It is a journey. Maybe because the Fool knows that Spirit has his back, and we see the sun here again. We see the sun very strongly in the reading here. The sun brings happiness. It brings the ability to create. The sun is true love. It's also relative to a risk that someone is willing to take. And remember, friends, this is also Uranus. And Uranus is going to turn direct around the 20th of January. So Uranus is breaking free. Uranus is someone doing something that you would least expect them to do. Because Uranus is transiting through Taurus, it's a fixed earth sign. Someone logically, your person, you, need to be certain that there will be security. But someone is throwing caution to the wind. Throwing caution to the wind because they want to take this journey with you. It could be you, it could be your person. So expect the unexpected, I'm going to say. For some of you, this has already happened. For others of you, it could be happening now. Others of you, it could even be happening in January. Okay? Let's look at the possible near future. We've got the Five of Wands. There's work to be done. There's a little bit of conflict here, right? Other people involved as well. A few people in the story here. This could be a family, someone who's in an unhappy family, unless this is, because we've got a fair bit of fire here. We've got Sagittarius, we've got Aries, we've got a fair bit of fire, which means that there is a lot of desire to connect, to fix, to return to. This could be internal conflict, not only external. I feel that, think about it, whatever goes on within comes through without in our environment. So if there's internal conflict, the conflict, we'll be seeing everything as very conflictual. This could also say that some of you are not exactly on the same page. You may speak the same language, but cannot understand each other. Of course, that would be because on this new moon, there is no air. There's a lack of air, which means perception, communication. For some of you, it's like we're grabbing at straws. It's our own perception of maybe what they've communicated to you, what they haven't communicated to you. All these things, I get like there's an internal conflict. But this also says, even though they don't speak the same language, they're all on the same team. They want to build that, the Tower of Babel. They're wanting to reach the sky. It's like the relationship. This relationship is connected to the sky and to the earth. So, again, I'm going to say, trying to reach that spiritual euphoria, first of all on a spiritual level, and then on a mundane. But there's also conflict pertaining to who's going to put more work in. There's a lot of work to be done. We're one step before the Six of Wands, which is the card of success. Let's look at the position of you. You've got the World card. Again, the World card here. So some of you hold strong fixed energies in your chart. Your life is going through a major completion. It hasn't been easy. To get to the World card is an achievement on its own. It's a huge success. Now, love is ready to be birthed or rebirthed, I'm going to say here, because we see Venus, the goddess of love. Remember that she's in the womb here. Venus in the sky is transiting through Scorpio, which is a very sexual sign. Through and I hope that you're all over 18, through the act of intimacy and sex, a sexual union, something is birthed, right? Because we know Scorpio rules the sexual organs. It's a very deep, intimate, mysterious, secretive, penetrating, laser-focused sign. Needs Scorpio, Venus in Scorpio, she doesn't get enough intimacy. She needs to know everything about what the other person is holding back on, how they are in their own personal life, whether they're in another connection. Venus in Scorpio needs that intimacy, that emotional or that physical touch. And she's willing to risk, even though Scorpio, yes, Scorpio is a fixed water sign. Scorpio is a very passionate sign. So where passion is concerned, risks will be taken. And Scorpio is yes, no, black, white. There is no in between. So what I'm feeling here is that this Venus transit through Scorpio for the whole of December will give you the opportunity to close up a major cycle. This is an ending, and a new chapter is ahead of you. Venus will be rebirthed. But remember that there's always free will. Here we've got a major arcana card which is telling us, and we've got 3 major arcanas already, that there is the hand of spirit here as well. Yes, there is some free will, but there's always, and it's like a domino effect, our actions put us on particular paths. Now, the hand of spirit are always, I feel, for me, fate is always written in the stars. It's written from the beginning. Whether there is free will or not, your free will can take you to the destined outcome, the hand of spirit, your destination, but free will take you on different routes. The final outcome and the destination is in the hand of spirit for me. So that's why I pay extra attention to the major arcana cards, because they do speak very strongly. So you've got some sort of an achievement, a closing up of a major chapter, a difficult chapter in your life. And therefore, you're receiving the accolades for that. You've got the recognition. Now, the World card can also speak to a union, a commitment. Yes, it can. But it can also speak to an ending of a commitment, because the cycle ends. There's a completion. And all that gold, again, the word gold comes through for me. Let's look at your environment. We've got the 4 of Cups, which what this says to me, and I'm going to take another card straight away. Missed opportunities from your person, the person that's in your environment, the person that's on your mind. 4 of Cups, emotionally where they have been, and the 4s always speak to another relationship or in their personal life that they maybe have not shared with you. They haven't been happy at all. And I also see the 4 of Cups as missed opportunities. They feel as though they've missed opportunities to celebrate with you. These 3 cups are like a celebration. They had a lot of happiness in the past, but there were third parties. There were other people involved, whether from your side or from their side. For them, for sure, emotionally, they haven't been happy if they were in another commitment. And what they're not noticing is this Ace of Cups, which is the Holy Grail, which is the hand of spirit. At this time, maybe they're dealing with other things, more practical matters in their life. We've got Virgo energy here. Knight of Pentacles. You could also be dealing with someone that holds strong earth and water in their sign. They could be someone who's a perfectionist, someone who's of great service. So a Virgo is very nurturing, loving, and sacrificing. But also remember the Knight of Pentacles, he's heading towards the Queen of Pentacles. Which the Queen of Pentacles, mother, wife, many times, someone who's very stable, someone who needs the stability. Let's take one more. And we've got the Tower. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So the Tower comes through where there's been emotionally unavailability from your person. They're still, on that path, very slowly moving forward. Many times the Knight of Pentacles is no movement at all, no action, more strategizing, more planning for the future. But it's like the Tower comes in and changes everything up. The Tower, remember, is a Mars sign. Mars is desire, passion, fast. Mars is transiting through Sagittarius, so there is a lot of desire to act, to risk, to take that journey. Sagittarius could be long distance, could be short distance. It will be different for each of you. Let's see what the hopes and fears are. Page of Pentacles. a message, hoping for a message, hoping for a promise that someone is willing to study, look at, and focus on this relationship and the future of it. Now, of course, the pages can be children, it could be naivety, it could be playful energies as well, but it could be a literal child as well of someone here. It's interesting that we've only got the Knight of Pentacles and we don't have any more, we don't have kings or queens in the reading. What's the possible outcome? We've got Justice. Okay, well, Spirit wants to be very mysterious with us here today. What is the card beneath? We've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is saying that there's still work to be done. Eight of Pentacles, someone willing to put in the work, someone that is very busy with work, someone that is looking at practical matters, the ability to invest, to fine-tune, to create. Beneath that is the Nine of Swords. A lot of worries, so someone's throwing themselves into work. But as they're working, there's a lot of stress and anxiety about the future of this relationship. Seven of Pentacles, so there is movement, but it's very slow. It's very slow. That's probably why, and maybe there hasn't been communication in the recent past. Money matters, practical matters, but for some of you, this could be a long-standing relationship, 7-8 years, 7-8 months. For others of you, Page of Swords. Maybe there wasn't any communication for 7 months, 7 to 9 months. Let's take some other cards and see what's going on. Let's see. Let's look into the psyche of your person. Your person first, then we'll look into your psyche. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I have to remind you, dear friends, as it helps the channel, thank you so much for your love, for your devotion, for your loyalty, for writing to me through email, staying in touch. And I wanted also to say a special thank you to my partner and friend in crime, Anna. You know who you are. This was a gift that she sent to me for Christmas. Thank you, my darling. Thank you, my beloved. Wow, let's look at the psyche of your person. Where are they pertaining to this connection? What do they see in their dreams? What's that little voice in their head that they may not be aware of, or even in their heart? Because our heart has got a voice too. We've got guide, so they're looking for guidance. They're looking towards the light. They are in solitude. This is the Hermit, so very Virgoan. They're looking for the light, maybe their inner light, maybe for advice through others. Remember, we did have the older, more mature female who could be someone that they go to get advice from pertaining to your connection or towards their relationships, their love life, nevertheless. Maybe they've gone through a spiritual awakening as well. Maybe they've seen the light. They're going through healing. Remember, the guide is like the Hermit, so it's a 9. One step before the Wheel of Fate, which means fated changes. And the answer is no. Until they've healed fully, until they've closed up a chapter and seen the truth, their inner truth, fully, they will not be able to water this garden, this relationship. We see the earth is still dry and barren. Let's take one more, and the answer is no. We've got tribe, because they're still dealing with other people. With the with the Justice card, which we've got twice, Libra, it's the South Node in Libra. For some of you, this could take as long as the whole year, as the South Node is going through Libra. It may take, yes, it may take a whole year, I'm afraid, where they're dealing with past karmic situations, okay, because the tribe can speak to family, or that they are fearing, looking at the truth that you are part of their tribe on a spiritual level. On a physical level, it's like they have not opened the door for you yet fully. I also get a message that they've cried so much that their eyes are dry. They cannot cry anymore. I just got the goosebumps. Let's look at your psyche. Yes, you are dealing with someone that does shed a lot of tears. And that's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. So they're going through some sort of replenishing, purifying energies right now. Detox. Let's look at you. You recognize this connection already. You know who your person is. You are connecting with your divine masculine. And maybe also, obviously you know that they are your person, but the divine masculine is also your yang energy. So you may be wanting to take a few steps forward, take some action. Remember the gold that I spoke about, the Leo energy, the kingship, the masculine energy, which, you know, fire is masculine. We do have a lot of fire with this new moon in Sagittarius. A lot of fire, a lot of desire. Maybe you are wanting to act. You've very strongly comes through the yang energy from you. And self-worth. Self-worth is like a detach for me. I don't know if it's another divine masculine that you are letting go of, but self-worth is, it speaks very strongly to Taurus energy, of course. But also with this person, the way they are showing up here, it reminds me very much of the Uranus energy, which is like doing something very different that you wouldn't normally do. Self-worth speaks to recognition, knowing that you are worthy of this connection. I want to take one more on that self-worth, and we've got new direction. So you are following the sun. There is a new path that is opening up for you, which means you are possibly detaching from a past also relationship. There is a potential here that maybe some of you have recognized that the person you were with was not your divine masculine, was not your other half. So it's like you're going through a freeing process, taking a new direction. If this is another situation where you get second chances for a reconciliation with your person, you are going to act in a very different way this time. I also get that the divine feminine, or you, whoever you are, watching this, whether you're a divine masculine or divine feminine, I am talking about the divine feminine because we've got more feminine, more females here. I get also that there's a lot of power. It's like the divine feminine has got the upper hand. The divine feminine trumps the divine masculine. Even though we've got a lot of fire, I feel that it's the divine feminine that's in her yang energy right now and has got the upper hand. There is admiration, but there's also a metamorphosis. We see the butterflies here. Now, this could be someone being admired from afar, through the internet, through social media. There's because we've got the ballerina here, we know she steps on her tippy toes. So you need to take care if your person is still in your life, or if they're coming back around because of Mercury retrograde and the retrograde season generally, and of course with the South Node in Libra, which Venus just recently passed over. I feel that both of you are stepping on eggshells. Be careful, be very careful. Shadow work is being done, which is all about visiting the darkness, going back into and healing and detoxing from the shadows, from the poison that were holding you at bay, or there was a blockage here between you and your person. A lot of karmic stuff here connected to family and family situations that were also blockages, karma needing to be done. This is Saturn, Pluto, a very dark age, which we're coming out of. We see the light, right? Much more hope ahead. I see beautiful earthy colors here as outcome, which does remind me of the Capricorn season a lot as well. Capricorn is more, it's cardinal earth, which means new season and things getting more serious, more pertaining to the practical, 3D, mundane reality of this relationship. Let's have a look, before I take another layer, let's have a look at the Tower of Sexual Magic. Let's see how the connection is pertaining to intimacy, your emotions. So we've got the... wow. We've got the Queen of Swords here, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Why am I laughing? Because I always shuffle the cards before I open camera, and she fell out before. Now, she's a divorcee or someone who's in separation mode. She is looking at her other, who wears a uniform, who holds a sword. So many of you are dealing with someone who holds strong air. So again, it speaks to the perception or the communication. So the divine feminine has detached, taken a step back from physical connection pertaining to her other half, to this connection. That could be also her, because we see the divine masculine carrying the sword. So they may be someone who is quite cold or detached, or just someone that doesn't open up emotionally easily, but they're very intelligent. They could also be very intelligent where mind games are concerned, but they're also very truthful. For some of you, maybe not truthful if the sword was in the reverse. So we see the divine masculine holding such a huge sword, which is like this is their power. But what I feel here is that this sword is also in the hands of this queen, and which is also a very powerful aspect that she holds. So we see that she is enticing. She's enticing, but she's still in a way very detached sexually. So she's able to control her desires. And I'm wondering, because of the swords, this relationship maybe has not taken off physically yet. Communication is very, very important. Let's see what else is going on. Unless this is, because it's like the Queen and the King of Swords. unless these are people that have come out of other relationships. We have the Eight of Pentacles, which we've got right here. Both people ready to put in the effort. Some of you may work or you're associated through work with your person. We do see the Divine Masculine with a rose, which speaks to romance. Maybe it's hard work for them to show their romantic side. We do see them in bed, which for me says it's very hard. It takes a lot of effort to find the time to be intimate with your person. And we've got the Five of Wands, which is also here. We do have third parties. We do have third parties here. We've got someone that is overlooking a couple that's getting into it. So there are third parties. What is this Five of Wands about, which is the conflict? We've got the Queen of Wands. So we've got a Queen of Swords and a Queen of Wands. Very attractive, very magnetic. And I'm wondering if there isn't jealousy here because there are third parties, obviously. We've got the onlooker here looking at the other two. So it could be someone that's fantasizing about the other person and that there is a third party here. Because we do see here that with the Queen of Wands, we've got the Divine Masculine that's adoring, admiring the Divine Feminine, admiring her beauty, her attributes, her physical attributes, and she is very teasing. So this is saying to me that, yes, remember the Queen of Wands could be Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Remember the gold that I spoke about. What is gold? Add some play to the story. Add some spice, I'm going to say at this point. This could be a way to liven up, to light that fire once more. Because the Eight of Pentacles is like, it's work as, you know, it's work, it's routine, and it's work as usual, like the intimacy is more like, okay, we're willing to put in the work, but it's earth. It's earth. Here we need a little bit of fire. We've got some air, we've got some fire. We've got more fire than air or earth. Queen of Wands is showing off her attributes, as I said. We've got the Ace of Swords, which is at the seed of your reading, at the base of your reading. As I said, remember what I said about the Divine Feminine having the upper hand here. And I get that this could also be the emotions of your person, is that they may want to see that yang energy from the Divine Feminine in the more intimate arena. And we've got the Strength card. Leo is here. Can you see how she is taming her prey? Her prey is the Divine Masculine. She's got the upper hand. The Strength card in this deck is number 11. So we've got 11 again. And at the bottom we've got Justice. Justice at a third time. The Justice card. We see that the... Oh my goodness. We see that the 8 here is the Justice card. We see that there is going to be a balance. She's holding that Ace of Swords. Communication, a clearing out, a reckoning sort of energy. So using your sword, using your intelligence, having those important conversations, not fearing getting cut, and not fearing also closing the door on something that hasn't been working, period. Let's look at another layer. Let's take the now position. Why do we have the Four of Wands and the Ten of Wands as the challenge? Why do we have these here? we've got the Seven of Cups. A lot of things unknown, lots of things up in the air. An illusion, disillusionment, lots of choices, someone not communicating clearly, and that's a really heavy burden. Someone being very rhetorical. Lots of Pisces energy here. Could be a secret love affair. Let's take one more on this Seven of Cups. We've got Judgment. And this is a resurrection, a possibility for a resurrection, a new beginning, but through a moment of crisis. Pluto and Archangel Michael is here, saying that there are second chances. At the foundation, yes, Ace of Swords, Ten of Swords. Lots of swords, lots of communication. In the deep past. But also an ending of a challenging love life. I don't know if it's with this person or with a past relationship of yours, because the Ten of Swords does speak to betrayal, but moving through a very dark phase. Always the Ten of Swords in the distance shows the sun preparing to come through. So at the seed, at the root of this reading, says that you've been through the worst, okay? And I'm going to say for some of you, it's like you're revisiting a cycle, because this is also like an Ace of Swords. It's like you're coming back to the same situation, but with a different, with different energies this time. Let's look at the Fool. We've got the Emperor. Aries, Taurus, Capricorn, could be any other sign, could be an Aquarius as well. The Emperor, we know could be someone that's very controlling, someone that's got responsibilities, someone that's gone through a maturing process. Remember the older male here. We lost it. Doesn't matter. And look at what I just saw. Okay, the twin flame. The Emperor is willing to take a leap of faith, which is something, the Emperor doesn't usually take risks. The Emperor is a father, business owner, someone who may be quite controlling sometimes, someone who could be very quick-tempered, someone who doesn't usually take gambles, but they may be ready to take a gamble. Let's take one more on the Emperor. We've got the Nine of Wands. They've been there, they've done that. They've been through a lot. And this is like, I get here in the recent past, it's like this Emperor is wanting to take a last gamble. They've been through a lot. They're ready to take that journey. In the past, obviously, there have been issues. We've got the 9 and the 10 here. Remember the 10, which is in the challenge position. This is someone that's very creative, very fiery. Someone who loves to travel. Someone who's had many, many experiences in their life, which left them quite traumatized. But they're willing, I think that they're ready to take that step, that last step, close up a major chapter in their life. What is Temperance, which is crowning your reading? We've got the Hierophant, my dear friends. The Hierophant, a spiritual connection. This is Taurus, this is stable, this is conservatism, this is following traditions, family traditions. This is, the Emperor and the Hierophant are two very similar cards for me. Second chances, two keys, a wounding that stems from their family, from their upbringing, from their tribe, from past lifetimes. The Hierophant is someone who sits in a position of power, as is the Emperor. Someone who needs to uphold a position, a face in their community, a reputation in their community. What is the risk that they're willing to take? They're willing to risk to see if this connection can work more on the mundane, practical level. Let's see. Because remember that we could be talking about someone who has their own business, or someone who needs to go through healing. There've been another connection, or two major arcana crowning this reading. Taurus, remember, is Venus. Taurus is where Jupiter will conjoin. Jupiter in a Venus-ruled sign will conjoin with Uranus, Jupiter and Uranus, next April, May. That will bring great blessings, abundance and opportunities for many. And it's got a lot to do with finances, but also self-worth and a feel-good energy. Finding our peace. Finding our peace. Temperance says, be patient, there's an alchemy going on. Second opportunities in long-term commitments or in a spiritual connection. I want to take one more. We've got the Ace of Cups. New beginning, new opportunity. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There is the dove that is going through some sort of a detox or a detach from another connection where someone did not hold the same beliefs. We could be talking about someone that's from a different part of the world where you hold the same beliefs. Let's look at this Five of Wands. A lot of talks and communications pertaining to what you're both wanting to follow, pertaining to this relationship. Or communication could be around a child. This could be a student, a child that goes to school, or this is like you're trying to learn each other, you're studying each other to see what makes the other person tick. I get communications here. Yeah, someone is willing to take that leap of faith. A lot of fresh energies, 3 pages, Page of Wands, which is the minor of the Fool in the near future. This could be a literal trip, someone looking for a way to take that journey, that physical trip, trying to figure out a way. There are the 6 wands. There they are. But if there is physical distance between the two of you, someone needs to feel, to have that enthusiasm, to take that risk and take that journey. Let's look at the position of you. Yep, the Strength card. The Strength card is here, Leo. You need to be courageous. You need to trust in your higher self. There is a very strong passion and desire to connect with your person. You want to create. You want to lead. You want to take a risk. And remember, my dear friends, remember how I said that the divine feminine, this is the position of you. You've got them right where you want them. You're taming the beast, which is not only what it is that you desire, right? You're able to tame your own desires, but you're able to tame this person, even if they are a leader, right? Because the lion reminds me of a leader, the emperor, even the Hierophant. They are leaders. They sit on the throne. Let's have a look at your person. What is this Tower moment? Dear Spirit, what is this Tower, this awakening, this Uranian huge turn, sudden shock or surprise? Okay, so the Tower is bringing down the perception of feeling blocked and imprisoned, okay? The Tower will bring down the inability to move forward. Someone's seen the light, and this will be through a lot of communication for me. The information that comes in also may say that your person is being freed from an emotional situation that they were in that was not built on solid ground. Something came to their awareness which helped them break free, right? And they're trying to gather themselves. They're preparing how to move forward with your connection. 4 of Swords, Next card goes Five of Swords. So they may have possible separation or divorce in the coming future, moving forward. Let's take one more on that Four of Swords. Yep, there's the Eight of Cups. There is the Eight of Cups, which can speak to an emotional journey, leaving an emotional situation where they did not find their happiness. They're in preparation for a move, and this could be also talking about the eclipse, either a full moon, a moment of the full moon, could be the next full moon that we've got coming up in Cancer on the 27th of December, or it could be in the eclipse season, so March, April next year. This could also be your person's going through an emotional awakening, looking for those Two of Cups, ready to take a journey. It could be a physical journey as well. And I'm wondering if this is not around Christmas for some of you. Let's have a look at the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. We've got the Three of Pentacles. A third party could be a child, but also this could be you're hoping for a message on how you can collaborate and work on this relationship, that your person is ready to work on this relationship, or you're hoping for a message that your person has noticed your abilities, yourself, or maybe even made a choice if they're choosing between you and another person. You're fearing that your person may not open up, but I feel that they will open up. Let's look at the Justice card. What's at the bottom? We've got the King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Someone that's ready to offer their cup. Let's look at the outcome with the Justice card. The scales balance out. Justice is fairness, karma. A portal, an opportunity that opens up. We've got the High Priestess and the High Priest. This is the spiritual connection. What they share is the Ace of Cups. I feel that these are both people that need to learn how to love themselves first before they can connect. What I mean love themselves first, if they have been in other connections where they did not love themselves, they are learning. They're teaching each other to love themselves first and then connect. The union will be ready. We've got the Knight of Wands that's ready to take action. They are driven by desire. We see the Divine Masculine ready to take action. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. 10 of Pentacles, abundance, family, a possible union, but also a new beginning. What's that Eight of Pentacles, dear Spirit? The general energy, Eight of Pentacles. We've got the Magician, which is Mercury retrograde. As I said, Mercury will retrograde until the 1st or 2nd of January, depending on where you are. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So it's all about the mind, but it's also about the stars aligning to give you the tools with effort to manifest a new beginning. Remember, we had the Fool card. We've got the Magician here as well. And Mercury's going to connect 3 times in a beautiful aspect with Jupiter in Taurus. This is a lot of communication. This is communication that will bring so much optimism and happiness and clarity and a sense of justice. They are going to connect Mercury from Capricorn and Jupiter in Taurus. So it will behoove the earth and the water signs. So they're going to connect 3 times. The 3rd time will be in January. That will be the resolution. Okay, so let's take one more. We've got the Six of Cups. Some of you, this is a soulmate union. There is nostalgia. The nostalgia to return, to revisit, to retweak, re-look at what was going on, the connection. I do feel that this was a relationship more inclined towards communication, a lot of desire, but the inability to manifest because of third parties, because of people being in other connections, and because of the South Node in Libra. I get that. Remember, North Node in Aries. Some of you that have given just too much to past relationships, whether they're in your life or not. I feel that that's the lesson here, that it's time to reach that North Node, self-love, the Holy Grail, love ourselves before we can meet the other person halfway and before they can meet us halfway. But I feel that the Divine Feminine has got the upper hand here. She is taming that wild beast. And the wild beast means someone that was not ready to settle down, not able to settle down, not able to commit to you. I mean, the Knight of Wands is many times a player, someone that's very single, okay? Someone who travels the world, someone who's traveled the world, someone who comes through as very sexual. They do chase their desires. They're coming in, they want the truth, they want justice, they want... And I'm going to say also, someone does not want to be the third person, because the High Priestess many times can speak to the other woman, the third person. The High Priestess shows a new moon. This could be the new moon in Pisces for some of you. March 10th, that there will be a sense of justice, possible travel, change, movement. And for many of you, this could be someone from the past. There is a lot of nostalgia. Someone wants to return to the past. They're ready if they were not putting in the effort. Maybe it was that they were waiting on the power from the sky, from the planets, from the angels, waiting on those stars to align. So that speaks to a lot for me. And I'm going to say also for many of you, the Aquarius season is going to be a very important one, because there's going to be a huge alignment of planets in Aquarius, which speaks to freedom, which speaks to truth, which speaks to the future, social media, the internet, big sudden changes. Remember, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. So, 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, 3 of Wands, Queen of Cups. We did see the King of Cups. There is an emotional connection, very strong emotional connection here. But it was so slow and so strategic, the other person. They were stuck, very stuck, until this Tower comes through and brings the awareness. Possible legalities. Someone's turning their back on a third party because of true love. Someone's made their choice. Gemini is here. For some of you, you may be dealing with someone who's either a Gemini, they've got a Venus in Gemini. They could have a Mercury in Gemini, where they're very cerebral. Remember, this is a divine, blessed union, which we need to choose with our heart, turn our back on something that was not bringing balance and harmony. And someone needed also to be very, very patient. The 3 of Wands, the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, needs to nurture that Ace of Cups. She needs to nurture it, love it, so that it's like I get like she is. You know how we rub on the on the magic bottle where the genie comes out of. This is what it's like here. It's like she's nurturing, waiting on that wish, on that opportunity, right? She's done the work. She's given heart. But sometimes, because she could be very sacrificing, even the fact that she turns her back on her divine masculine for a moment, this maybe brings the change. There's a lot of anger, stress coming from the divine masculine. They're coming in quickly to clear the air. And the clearing of the air, because we did also have we've got Gemini energy here with the Page of Swords. We've got the Knight of Swords here. And I do see in the reading, I do see the King of Swords. Remember the divine masculine here with a sword. So some of you, yes, could be leaving an air sign. You could be leaving an air sign, or maybe this relationship is now being more open, more real, and not fearing being cut, being wounded, but needing to see the truth before the manifestation of a possible long-term relationship can happen. And for some others, this is someone still dealing with possible separation and divorce, because this love connection needs to and is going through a birthing process after a long time coming. Right? After surrendering, sacrificing, here is the potential for a commitment for some of you. Remember, this is not going to be for all of you. Remember the Control card. Remember the True Love card. Beneath that, we've got Gossip. So there were other people involved here. Okay, the Gossip card. And the Gossip card does remind me of someone that's well known in their community that fears gossip, fears people finding out about their love life. What can I say? What can I say, my friends? I want to take 3 Sibilas here on the outcome. We're almost done for today. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. 8 of Wands. Wow, lots of love messages coming in. The Divine Feminine will be justified, I feel here, because we see a Divine Feminine holding the scales. We've got the 8 of Wands. This is travel, transition, change towards justice. The Wheel of Fate is here. Someone who had many opportunities with C3, Divine Feminine. Someone who did have many opportunities. Could have been a very popular person. Someone who's very experienced in the, or with the feminine archetype. Very popular amongst females. But that they were passing relationships needed to mature your person, to see that what it is that they truly want. Who is it that they truly want by their side? Let's look at the outcome. We've got Superbia. So you're dealing with someone that can hold a little bit of ego. Yes, this is a spiritual connection. Yes, this speaks to great abundance. It's a 2 of Wands, so an open portal. 2 of Wands is Sagittarian energy. There can be a little bit of pride and a little bit of ego here, but a lot of happiness, because the 2 of Cups is here. The Kaza means that this relationship, yes, where this relationship is concerned, it's going to form stable, strong roots. But 2-2 we've got. Still, for some of you, there are choices. 2 can speak to decisions. The 2 of Cups is here. Remember how I said your person? And we see them also, I just figured this out. 10 of Pentacles is here, and your person is moving towards a deeper commitment on a practical level. So we've got the Kaza here, the soulmate connection. And we've got melancholia, because someone is going to fall out of the equation. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. For me, this is more the doubting of the divine feminine. We see a cross here. It's like she's mourning something that's gone wrong. It's like her person has not treasured her. There hasn't been Five of Pentacles. Maybe there are big differences socially between you and your person. Big age difference, big financial, economical difference between the two of you. Maybe there's a little bit of worry pertaining to that, or because they are someone that's very different. Let's see. But we've got Amore. This is the Four of Cups. And I do feel with the Four of Cups here in your environment, your person has been poisoned by your poisonous arrow. Cupid hit them with the poison of falling in love with you and not being able to ditch you or detach from you. And if they've detached for a little while, I don't think it's going to last for too long. This is the love child. This is Eros. Eros, where are you, my darling? Whenever I say that word Eros, my beautiful kitty Eros always comes back to me. Today I was reading something and in a book, and I wrote in the book because he had walked all over my open book and he left his paws, the marks of his paws on the book, and I saw that today. Here is our beautiful Eros. Our beautiful, beautiful Eros. Beautiful gentleman, loving soul. He's gone on to the spirit world for sure. He's disappeared for too long now. It will be a true miracle if he ever returns. Anyway, my darlings, I didn't want to keep him. He was a free spirit. I didn't want to keep him cooped up in our home. He needed to get his fresh air, and that was his downfall. Even though I've got regrets, I should have had him tied up at home, but still, I still do not regret that. When someone needs their freedom, Eros, where there's no freedom in a love connection, there is no connection. That will die. The love will die. The passion, the desire, the deep love, because Eros means deep love. So having fallen head over heels in love with someone. And here is Cupid, the god of love, the child of Venus and Mars, is here. He's pointing his arrow at the Two of Cups, at the Superbia, whoever this is that holds a lot of ego, someone who has a big ego, but also someone who's financially very well off, I'm going to say. But remember that this also speaks to a spiritual connection, a divine union, a very spiritual connection. Because remember that we've got the pomegranates on the feathers of the peacock, and it's the high priestess that holds the pomegranates, the food of the gods. That's why I'm saying this is a very spiritual connection. And he's also pointing to the Ace of Cups, which is here. The opportunity is here, but we need to detach from something from the past that is poisonous, that has been holding this relationship in the freezer, I'm going to say. Let's take our little love oracle, shall we? And possibly Amore could be a child as well, which, you know, Amore Amore being the child, Four of Cups. It could be someone that stayed in an unhappy relationship, your person with the Four of Cups here, because of a child, or they did not want to, they did not want to make their child suffer. And it's funny that it's interesting that Cupid is actually wearing a blindfold. So he doesn't know where he's shooting, but he is. And his bow and arrow is very Sagittarian. Let's see, because remember, as I said, the sun is in a good connection to Chiron, has connected really well to Chiron, which Chiron, also a centaur, he's the medicine man. He's all about healing and finding a resolution pertaining to that open wound that has never closed up for you, for some of you. And this is the connection between you and your person, the person that you're thinking about. Let's see what's going on. We've got a broken mirror. So there was a breakup. This is very much the Scorpio energy. Scorpio, so a death process, the ending to a chapter, the ending to a third party, because this is like the Three of Swords. But it's the Two of Swords and it's the King of Swords. Remember how I said the King of Swords showed up here? Well, they're also here. Okay, someone's taking their sweet old time before they make their choice. Someone doesn't want to be in a third party here. And things are still up in the air right now. And here it is. This relationship on the spiritual, high level, vibrationally speaking, there is Venus, who you hold in the position of you. She's up in the air. This is the world card, my dear friends. Embrace a change. Embrace the transformation of your relationship from a spiritual from the ability to create in your mind, maybe also dream of, fantasize. This is the time now that this, because the pig speaks to practical, real relationships, right? So this is the metamorphosis now through an ending as well, cutting away third parties, cutting away the heartbreak, being given second chances. Someone is making a choice, even though there's a dilemma. They're taking their sweet old time, because as soon as this scythe is sharpened, we've got scythes, lots of cutting out here, because the death card holds a scythe, right? He's sharpening his scythe. He's going to take the harvest, which the harvest does remind me of Venus and the Empress, where there will be a lot of abundance. And I'm going to say also, throwing caution to the wind, taking that risk and going through an enlightenment. This is a card of luck, abundance, awareness, enlightenment, and a huge accomplishment. It's the World card. All right, my darlings? So, wow, here is the transition. These are the aces. We've got the stork. Some of you are building a home. The home could be a relationship in a different area of the world. It's a 17, which is also the number of the star. Pay attention to the 17th of December and January, I'm going to say. The stork brings the child, and the child brings a new chapter, happiness, play. Remember what I said about adding play to the ingredients, and let it happen, my dear friends. Let it happen. Yes. Let's take your love messages. Wow. 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 I had been dreaming about you before I met you. Six of Cups. There is your Emperor. There is your King. Yes, this is a spiritual connection. Yes, you are also very connected sexually. Someone is going through an enlightenment. I feel your Emperor has been going through it for quite a while. There's the Sun. I do feel that they hold a fair bit of ego. They've been humbled. Their ego has been humbled. That's what I get. Wow, okay. I will never forget you. I will always love you. Our love affair still haunts me. 10 of Swords, 5 of Wands. I'm coming to meet you. I want to be with you. That's what we see here. We will have meetings. We will have passionate, hot meetings with Venus transiting through Scorpio. Hello, hello. I can't stop thinking about you. I'm only breathing, not living without you. 4 of Swords, which is up here. Where was it? Where did I see that 4 of Swords? It was the melancholia. Yeah, it was the melancholy. I can't remember where I saw it now. Doesn't matter. We are so different, and I don't know if this could ever work out. I don't know what to do. Wow, no one compares to you. We've got a lot of fire here and a bit of air, a bit of water, a lot of air. I do apologize, but I'm married. I know I lied, but now you know. The physical distance between us is so great. I need to decide if I can do this. Time will tell. If you won't or can't accept my life and my ways, then we're over. I can have any woman or man with a blink of an eye. And another 10 of Wands. We've come a long way, and you've proven your devotion to me. I love you. It's not going to be easy. I'm telling you that now. It is not going to be easy because of the color of the cards. Okay? There is a lot of desire, but there's the necessity to be totally truthful. Even if those swords cut, we need to add or put extra effort in where communication is concerned. Mercury retrograding does help us do that. So even though from now until the next new moon, obviously, next year, and that will be a new moon in Capricorn on the 11th of January, or even 27th of December with a full moon in Cancer, communication is key. Being clear, being concise, being truthful, and clearing the air. And if it's a door that you need to close, then it's a door you need to close. Trust your intuition at the end of the day. We've got lots of potential here. We do have some challenges. Let's pretend that it's not all ribbons and little angels and little ponies and little I am wishing you well, everyone. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and supporting this channel through your donations, through your super chats, through purchasing a personal reading through us. I am wishing you well. I'm so happy to bring you this. And I'm wishing you well for the festive season, even though we'll be back before that. Sending you lots of love, lots of light, and wishing you love and light always. Talk to you soon.